We're also introducing a new loot item, the Evo armor, that's going to be specifically in Deja loot. How does that break down? How does that work?
Yeah, so we're adding a new item for the first time ever, besides weapons and stuff. The first different type of item that's called Evo shields. And so it looks like a white shield on the ground, but it's got this cool halo on it. It definitely looks unique. And when you pick it up, you get 1 pip of white armor. So you have 25 armor, which is the lowest armor you can have right now. But then as you do damage, it levels up. So you have to do 100 damage, and then it levels up to the second level, which is 2 pips. And then the third level up goes up to 4 pips, up to a full purple armor. And then the last evolution goes up to 5 pips, which is red armor.
Wow.
So that is a new...
That's 125 health on top of it.
125 health on top of your 100, or yeah, 125 armor on top of your 100 health. So it doesn't have any extra perk or anything, so the gold armor still might be more situational for you, depending on... The hope is that you would actually have a choice based on your situation, whether you would rather take a gold armor or a fully red armor. Towards the end game, when you start seeing them in death boxes and stuff, at the beginning of the match, it's sort of fun to see the Evo armor on the ground and decide if you kind of want to take that gamble on yourself, that you can start with a low amount of armor and level up to have more armor than
Yeah, I can see it being huge for players who enjoy hot dropping and getting into fights right away, where it's like you grab that Evo armor and it's like plow through a couple of squads, and if you survive, you're kind of heading into that next round already really boosted up on the armor.
Yeah, it's nice. People have been wanting a way to kind of engage with an aggressive play style, and this is something that I think those players would like.
It also promotes poking at a distance. You know, like there's not a whole lot of reason to do that right now. So I think that some of the more sniper players will have a reason to pick this up, because you can take a couple shots and you might down somebody, but you know they'll probably get picked back up, but you'll be actually evolving your armor in a fight where they can't really kill you in. You know.
So if I have the Evo armor, I've evolved it up to a couple of stages, and then I die, when a player loots my death box, the evolving armor, is it back down to reset, or are they picking it up where I left off?
Picking it up classic Apex style. They're stealing it from you. So towards the end of the game, you probably will find some red armor, some red death boxes with red armor in it.
And we're introducing this first only in the Deja Loot limited time mode, with a possibility that it gets added to the rest of the matches in the future.
Yeah, we're adding it to for the event. You can only experience it in Deja Loot, and then after the event, we'll gather feedback, see what people think. The intention is to turn it on for the full game afterwards.
Awesome. So that'll be something we'll be looking for a lot of feedback on, both on Deja Loot itself. That'll be really interesting, playing with the removing RNG from the game and playing with the circle placements. But also, please let us know your feedback on the Evo armor and shield as well, as we look at integrating that into the full game. Now, the event itself is going to be kind of a mix of what you've seen in the past. This is a collection event. And so like our previous collection events, you can expect an event store. And there's 24 exclusive cosmetics to the event that are there with the premium Apex packs that you can buy to unlock all of those. And then once you have purchased or bought or unlocked all of the 24 cosmetics that are available not only in the Apex premium packs, but they'll be available for direct purchase, and you can also craft those as well. To get those items, you will have the opportunity to unlock the Octane Heirloom, which is another wonderful addition to our heirloom set.
Looks great.
With a series of challenges with a bunch of cosmetics you can unlock. So taking a look at this, there will be challenges that are happening every day. An adjustment that we've made from previous ones is you can earn up to 1,000 points, as well as the challenges being changed every day now, and they're not specific to the event. So there'll be other challenges that you can do every day outside of the limited time mode, outside of the event, that you can use to contribute towards your scorecard. And then as you progress over the course of the event, you will unlock all of these items. We've got a collection of all sorts of stuff that's here, including 2 legendary items. This Wingman, which is dope. I love this theme through this event.
Yeah, the aesthetic is
looks awesome. That Peacekeeper both are available, and also this Revenant skin is one of the skins that you unlock by completing challenges in that scorecard. And I think we got Pathfinder up here too. Another awesome skin that
so amazing.
You can also purchase in the store or through the premium packs, or craft if you have the crafting materials for him and his ever-going feud with
You got to check out
Arthur.
the banner for this one too, that is in the in the collection event where he transforms. He transforms from his base skin to that skin.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes, yes. So with this update tomorrow, we're going to have full patch notes available in the morning when the event goes live. But we're going to talk about some of the changes that are coming, specifically some of the meta changes that we're doing. So Carlos, why don't you walk me through some of the stuff we're going to see for characters happening in this patch specifically?
Yeah, so the first one we're going to talk about is Bloodhound. So they're getting a buff. And previously in 4.0, we already buffed their ultimate with where if you down someone while you're using their ultimate, it would extend by 5 seconds. I've seen some pretty cool kind of clips of that.
I've been having fun with that one, actually.
Yeah, same.
So the next thing we want to do to try to elevate Bloodhound is we're going to buff their scan, and the way it's going to work is the range of their scan is going to increase 3x. I think the previous number was 1,000 units, and now it's up to 3,000 units. So it's a 3x increase to the scan range. But to compensate for that, we're going to slow down the activation time on the scan. So it's used to be 0.4 seconds, now it's 0.8 seconds, so it's double the
cooldown,
activation
right?
time. No, it's the time it takes to activate the scan once you hit the button.
I gotcha.
And the reason for doing this is the intent is that we want Bloodhound players to kind of come up on a town and maybe see some markers and then use the scan to scan the town, but not use the scan kind of in the middle of the fight and then hit the button to scan and then gain an advantage and peek around the corner and shoot the guy, right? It's more like we scan, we see the town, and then we can go engage the guys in the town.
Have it be more of a preemptive move than
Yeah,
reactionary.
preemptive move.
It feels very awesome. Yeah, the pulse reads better at a distance anyway. Or the highlights through the walls when you're too
Absolutely.
close. Yeah.
And it's generally hard to use the scan kind of up close because you kind of have to guess, like, are they in this room or this room?
Right.
And you don't really know. And so it's just generally better, right? Bloodhound's all about finding out where people are. So the more ways they can do that, then the better it'll be for the players.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Also, our boy Gibraltar getting another buff. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
He's going to get a grappling hook now.
Yeah.
So
And
I
a
think
hoverboard.
that would be really good.
Yeah.
He's going to use his shield as a hoverboard.
Yes.
No, Jibby, we did a couple buffs on him, and that was cool. People had fun with him. But he's going to come down a little bit next patch. So his shield, his gun shield from 75 health is going to go down back to 50. Everything else is going to stay, and we're going to keep monitoring it, see where he needs to go. But we're just going to pull back on the buffs we gave him.
I see, especially being a little too strong in the 1v1.
Yeah, the 1v1
right?
situation was definitely pretty oppressive. People were complaining that they couldn't kill Gibraltar with a full R99 magazine, and that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah. Our boy Crypto's getting a little love on
He's
this
got
one
a
too.
little bit. Crypto doesn't have, I wouldn't call it a buff. It's more like a quality of life thing for him. So when Crypto sends out his drone, it auto reloads his primaries now. And this is just us looking for ways to kind of make it easier for Crypto to use the drone. It's just a lot of complaints about just a lot of trouble that Crypto players go through, right? Their squad leaves them and they're not prepared for the next fight. So we're just trying to find all these little ways to make it easier for everybody.
Another one I think we should definitely talk about are some pretty big changes to inventory happening with 4.1. So how does that break down?
Well,
this is sort of a chain reaction.
Yeah. So the inventory change, I mean, it's not a huge change overall, but what we really want is we're trying to address the problem of or grenade spam, right? So people can carry a lot of grenades towards the end game. They're just chucking grenades, and that's just your life, right? And it kind of makes Wattson almost a must-have because everyone's throwing grenades. So trying to address that, we were like, okay, let's just reduce the amount of grenades per stack, right? Let's just drop it down from 2 to 1. And, obviously what happened was now there's just not enough inventory space. So the basic change is grenade stacks are going to go down to 1, but your base inventory size is going to increase by 2. So your base inventory is now 10. When you get a backpack, it's 12, then 14, then 16.
Yeah, everything moves up too.
Yeah, everything moves up.
Add 2 to the end of every.
So that's cool. But in addition to that, so we play tested that, and then the inventory just became a little too loose. So to compensate for that, we're just gonna drop the stack sizes of the ammo and the health kits just a little bit. So ammo, heavy, light, and energy ammo, they're gonna go down from 80 to 60. That's a 25% drop, and then the health kits, the syringes and the shield cells are going to go down from 6 to 4, and then the med kits and shield batteries are going to go down from 3 to 2. So ideally, you're not really feeling that much of a change for the inventory other than the grenades. The nice thing with the bigger or the increased amount of spaces is that it makes kind of carrying attachments a little bit easier. You can carry more unique attachments. So we'll see how that shakes out. As everything with balance changes, we monitor everything. We monitor feedback, we monitor data, all that stuff.
Something player feedback has been around for a while is we are making some adjustments to muzzle flash.
Oh, you should have drum rolled that one.
I know, right? I mean, the lifeline like drum roll. It is happening for sure. So there were some base adjustments that have been made. Do you guys want to speak to any of those at all?
I've worked with, or not worked with, but I've talked to Robot, our FX lead, a lot about this since the feedback got pretty loud. Like it became something obviously that we knew we wanted to change, but it seems like such an easy fix. And even I was like, hey, why don't we just lower the lower the effects? It's no big deal. And he was like, hold up, let me explain. And just the technicalities of not only does he need to reauthor a lot of the effects, but we actually had to adjust the map too, because it wasn't just that the effects were bright, it's that they rendered a certain way when the environment was a certain brightness, and then the way our screen adjust works, and all these things, all these different parts of the engine kind of came together in this perfect way, and made it really bad in some cases. So it had to be sort of hit from lots of places.